Get them ready for therapy young. That's what I say, folks. Parents, your kids are going to therapy. They might as well have a reason. I've told my kids ever since they can write, every time they've perceived an injustice in our home, write it down, date it, I'll initial it. They said, for what? So I said, when you're middle-aged and you're miserable and you want to blame me, we'll just breeze right through the therapeutic process. What is it with 45-year-old men calling up their 70-year-old fathers and blaming them for stuff? What do they expect the old guy to do? Well, I got my answer ready if my kids call me up 20 years from now. All I'm going to say is, oops. What other answer is there? Do-over? Come on, son, move back in. Me and Mom will re-raise you. Yeah, we're a lot calmer since our strokes. I'll tell you, it's hard raising kids. Big controversy in America whether or not we should spank children. Well, I don't believe in it. I do it. I'll tell you, I read something once. Punishment humiliates, discipline educates. I never once wanted to humiliate my children when I spanked them. I wanted to educate them. And the only thing they were going to learn when I spanked them, I was a bigger, stronger, tougher man than they were. I wasn't going to do it because I don't want to brag, but I can beat up any 3-year-old boy in America. Last time I spanked our 3-year-old, 6-8 months ago, I'll never forget this. I'm walking by my living room, like a lot of you men in this room, just walking by, trying to mind my own business. Not even trying to make eye contact because I don't want to get sucked into the vortex of my family's lives. I just want to walk from one end of the house to the other. I hear a noise, I look over, there's my 2.5-year-old son on his knees trying to put a fork into a light socket. What, are you supposed to chat with the child about that? Walk over, you know, son, I wouldn't do that. You know, electricity could hurt you. What's he gonna say? Oh, thank you, Father. You know, being only 2, I was unaware of the dangerous side of electricity. Why, I think I'll take a time out and ponder our discussion. Yeah. I did what some of you dads might have done. I just went, oh, no! Primitive, but effective. That was 6 months ago. To this day, the kid gingerly walks by our light sockets. Heard him tell one of his little 3-year-old buddies, that's bad. I think he learned something. A friend of mine said, aren't you worried that'll make him neurotic? 20 years from now, his wife will ask him to plug in a lamp. Shut up, we're getting clappers.